Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React review. So last night, the Netherlands picked their song for Junior Eurovision. So I'd already reacted to the first listen of the studio versions of the 4 songs competing for the ticket. Now, I was hoping for this to be a surprise. I didn't watch this last night live, but I've had 1 or 2 comments on that video that have basically said they did it. And I'm assuming they're referring to who my favourite was in regards to those 4. So my favourite was, and it wasn't really that close either, was Sep and Jasmijn, was it? Yeah, the male and female duo. Yeah, and on a side note, it was quite sweet after that video on Instagram. It makes it sound like I've done this out of vested interest. It's not. But on Instagram, their management messaged me on Instagram just to say thank you. And I was like, my pleasure. I liked the song. Thank you. I've got a sneaky suspicion, well, a pretty weighted sneaky suspicion that Sep and Jasmijn have won. So I'm going to check that out now to confirm, but I'm pretty sure they did. But I'm quite curious to see how close it was and moreover, where the other placements were. So let's have a look. There we go. Confirmed. Sep and Jasmijn holding on to studio version. For me, that seemed the most appropriate. But I think that this song has cross-generational appeal, shall I say. Okay, so they won both the kids' jury. Oh, there's 3 things going on here. Kids' jury, professional jury, online vote, unanimous. So who came second then? Joy, Better Together. So there was 2 girl bands, wasn't there? Was that the boppy one? Because there was the country one and then the boppy one. But ultimately, this kind of finished the way I think most people were hoping and expecting. I think the YouTube videos that I'd seen of people reacting to these songs, I think it was pretty unanimous. Sep and Jasmijn holding on to you, and Joy exclamation mark. I'm pretty sure that was the girl band bop. I did see that there was some love for that one as well. These sort of songs, i.e. Sep and Jasmijn, whilst the studio version I really liked, I was quite curious to see how this was going to be staged, whether they were going to have dancing or choreography, whether they would have dancers on stage. All of those questions I need answers to. So I'm going to watch last night's performance to ultimately, hopefully, provide answers to those questions. Now, before I do that, I've just realised that Junior Eurovision, who I am eternally indebted to, that saves me so much time, they have done a recap video, which I'm hoping is of the live performance last night, because I am quite interested to see how the other 3 did, and this will obviously give me a taste and a flavour. Magic. Oh, sorry, Flair. That was quite good, and actually, I think what I remember from last year, it's so interesting to kind of see the amount of time, energy that goes into this junior Eurovision national final. I would say potentially more time and money than some of the adult national finals that we saw this year, but yes. This was the country song. I don't know what I was expecting. I know it's Junior Eurovision, so bring the fun, bring the bop. I was expecting maybe something a little bit more mature in regards to aesthetics. It seems like they've gone for choreography and fun choreography. Okay, fine. There were some people out there that actually this was their favourite. Yeah, look at the lighting, look at the staging. Like I said, there evidently is decent creative minds behind this production. And evidently, like I said, time and money spent on it. This song was nice. The song made me smile. Here we go. Right, Shane, stop. You're going to see the whole thing in a second. But I'm already getting very, very good vibes from that snippet. Okay, so let's see the full version of Sep and Jasmijn. I know there is I know there is like a DJ beat through this, so I understand why they've gone for the option of having a DJ in the middle. Not sure I would have done that, but ultimately what I want to say is, first and foremost, the beginning vocal is strong. Very strong. To you. They've given them some choreo. Her vocal is so good. Not to take away from his vocal. From the communication from their management, I now follow them on Instagram, and I don't really necessarily know their backstory, but what is clear from the content being promoted on Instagram is they have very, very good chemistry. And with any duo, I don't know whether they've been put together for this project. That's not always guaranteed, but that chemistry is also coming through on stage as well. But I must say her vocal is very, very strong. Okay, so I mean, you know, let's look at this objectively. This is such a strong song, so I feel we can be objective. The choreography from the singers, Sep and Jasmijn, can be obviously tightened up a little bit, but ultimately this is coming across. So I don't know what I thought or how I thought they were going to stage this, but I did have reservations and concerns. How many times do you like a studio song going into a national final and then you see it on stage and then it just falls flat? This is not giving me that. Like I said, I find the DJ slightly distracting. I don't know whether that's necessary. And choreography wise, yeah, Sep and Jasmijn can tighten that up a little bit. But ultimately, this is very good. Confidence. What I mean by that is both of them are giving off super confidence. And hugely endearing. Sep looks like he's massively enjoying it as well. And yeah, as a viewer, it's always really important. If people are performing looking like they are enjoying it, it naturally makes you enjoy it as well. Holding on to you. Yeah, choreography needs to be tightened up a little bit. On to you. On to you. You're on my own, but I am. This is very, very strong. This is very, very good. To you. I don't necessarily mind that there are moments where the choreography from Sep and Jasmijn is a bit loose, because fundamentally it's two young people on stage looking like they're having the time of their lives. Bringing it to adult Eurovision and a comparison, Gromi, Poland, I can't remember, was it 2018, 2019? I can't remember. When it got into the dance break moments, the camera angles were shocking. Evidently, Poland, the producers didn't know necessarily what to do with the camera angles when the dance beat hits. But actually, seeing the backing dancers and moreover, Sep and Jasmijn looking like they're really enjoying themselves during that dance break, they've done this very well with the camera angles as well. And I've forgotten the DJ's there. So I'm over that now. I'm over the fact that the DJ's there in the background. Yeah, tighten up the choreography, but ultimately what we've got there is a song that is very, very, very strong, very, very competitive. So what is this, the third song that's been now released? I believe Germany has selected their song. I might be wrong in that. And moreover, I know Albania have released their song. Both those songs I need to check in with at some point this week. But I wanted to do this one because I was already invested in this national final because I'd already reacted to the studio versions. But I think the hype and the excitement around this song has now materialized to be something very real from what we've just seen there. Like I said, I had some reservations when I listened to the studio whether it was going to be able to be transferred on stage. And luckily, from what I can see, it absolutely has. You got two young performers who are super confident. Her vocal is very, very strong. That's not to take away from his, of course it's not. But it's very evident that she is very, very talented. And like I said, visually, I was never bored. I will keep saying it. There were moments where the choreography was a bit loose, but that's something that can be absolutely tightened up by the time we get to France in December anyway. And there are times when it's actually just endearing. It's just two young people on stage looking like they're having the time of their life. But obviously Netherlands last year, I mean, that epitomized slick choreography with obviously a super talented singer with their backing dancers all in line, all in stream. This is slightly different to that, but nonetheless, the quality of this song is super, super strong. So I think we can already put the title contender on this song before we've heard the others. I think you would be naive not to do that. So well done, Netherlands. And oh my goodness, let's just hope you have a very good running draw this year, because I do still think that Netherlands first last year? I think first on, and that of course would impact your placing. But whereby last year was kind of sickly sweet but cute, like I said, the sound of this song crosses across different generations. And I know Junior Eurovision is for young people, I get that. And unfortunately, I can't classify myself as a young person anymore, but I'm someone older that does watch it and has voted in the past. And this is the sort of package that I would listen to unashamedly in my own time. So well done, Netherlands. I think you've picked right. And I do think that this is a contender for the win in December before we've heard any of the others. It is a strong package. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. Please do comment below. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Please do support my channel. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, let the Junior Eurovision season commence. And well, it is commencing. Let it continue. And until next time, stay safe.